Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's just get straight into the video. So today I wanted to do some spring nails, and as you can see by the thumbnail, I decided to go with green, a color that I usually don't go with. Green is usually not my favorite color, but for some reason you guys love it, so I decided to do some green nails for today. And I've just gone off camera and applied my tips. I've buffed them as well, and now I'm just applying base coat. Most of the products in today's video are going to be from To Be Glam and Madam Glam, so just check the description box down below for my discount code and all the products that I'll be using. So I'm starting off with their minty kind of green polygel. This one's called Hello Fabulous, and this was one of my favorite polygels. I love the To Be Glam polygel. It's so soft and easy to work with, super beginner friendly, and it doesn't get sticky on you at all. So if you guys haven't tried this polygel brand yet, definitely check them out. And don't forget to use my discount code, which is Nails by Camin, for 15% off their products. So today I was thinking of doing like an ombre. I was going on Instagram to find some inspo, and obviously because it's spring, I thought it would be really nice to just get back into like the whole butterfly and flower theme. So that's what I decided to do today. I also chose more of the lighter pastel kind of colors, which I think turned out really cute. And I just felt like it's been forever since I've done spring nails, so I was actually really excited to get back into it today. So I'm starting off with an ombre, and when you do an ombre, you will have to encapsulate the nail. So I decided to do this green minty color, very thin. You don't want to do this layer too thick, otherwise when you encapsulate you could end up making the nail quite bulky. And you also do have to do that nail bed / transition color, so you definitely don't want that to be super uneven. So I always try to make this first layer super thin but thick enough so that it's opaque all the way through. If you've done the layer too thin, just cure it and go in with a second bead. But definitely don't try to go over it whilst it's still wet, because it will just end up ruining a lot of the work you've already done. And in my opinion, it just saves time that way. So if you have applied a layer that's too thin and the color's not showing through enough, just cure it and then go over it with a second bead. So this polygel is really easy to work with. As you can see, I am whizzing through it. I know it's sped up, but overall it was just so easy to work with. I love using this polygel with base coat. If you guys haven't tried this polygel with the base coat, definitely give it a shot. It's so, like, I almost want to say creamy, but it's just like so easy to work with. I can't even explain it. It's just so good, and it really helps me to get that really smooth and even finish, which I feel like helps so much when it comes to my filing time. So yeah, definitely try out this polygel. I have done a review on this polygel. It was a while back, so you can kind of look through my YouTube channel to see what other colors this brand does. They also have a glitter collection, which I also did a review on, so just kind of look back through my videos and you should be able to find it. So once I had done my base color, again trying to keep this nice and thin, I'm going in with the shade Just in Pink, and again this is from the same collection, but I ended up using this as like a nude / base color. I think this is such a pretty shade. I definitely think this is one of my favorite nudes. I love a pinky nude, and this is definitely like my top 5, especially with the formula and how easy it is to use. So I just like to do my cuticle bead first and just kind of get that area nice and flat and smooth. Sometimes I will even go in with a second bead to kind of build up the cuticle area, but today I felt like it was enough. So I just like to kind of drag that color down, just kind of pat and pull downwards. And then as I see that the polygel is getting a bit thin, I like to kind of just ombre it down, if you will. So then it looks like that. And then I just go ahead and I cure that. And then I'm just going to repeat that to the other 2 fingers. So since spring is one of my favorite seasons, let me know in the comments what kind of spring nails or spring nail designs you want me to do. If there's a color or a color scheme that you want me to follow, or just anything like that, just let me know in the comments and I might just try it out. So if you're still watching the video, please don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications. It really helps me out when you like my videos, so thank you guys so much. And I also want to say hi to all my new subscribers. I want to thank you guys for being here. I hope that you're enjoying my content, and don't forget to let me know in the comments what you would like to see from me in the future. So I think this part of the Polygel application took me around 8 to 10 minutes. This application was really quick and easy, and once I was done, I just moved on to doing my ring finger. This now is gonna be a full nude nail, and I kind of had like a design in mind. Like I said, I did have some inspiration from Instagram, but for the most part I was thinking of doing like a full glitter nail. I still was a little bit unsure on what I was doing, but you guys will see by the end that the design will change a little bit. So yeah, it might not make sense later on, but I don't know, I just kind of changed my mind with the whole design. So I hope you guys still end up liking it, but once I was done with pretty much most of my Polygel application, I went to grab my clear Polygel, and To Be Glam does have a really nice clear Polygel. It's called Pure. However, today I was just really struggling with using this Polygel, and you'll see in the next couple of clips why that is. I felt like this Polygel was just like super sticky today. I don't know what was happening, but I had to end up using so much base coat just to work with this Polygel. It could be because my room was warm, but I've never had this issue before, and this is one of my most favorite clear Polygels, so it's such a shame. As you can see, it's like very like glass-like. It's so clear and it's just so good. It's definitely one of my top, I want to say top 5 as well. But yeah, if you guys haven't tried it out, give it a go. Let me know in the comments if you guys have struggled with this Polygel as well. I don't know why I was struggling today. I was also cleaning off my brush really good. I was also using rubbing alcohol on the side to clean my brush off. I then had to like pause the camera to like finish off the clear application on the side. It was just a kind of a mess, but I did get there in the end. And here's a normal clip of me just applying it, and you'll see that it's gonna keep getting stuck to my brush. As you can see, my brush already looks like so like gunky, and that was like super annoying. I had to keep cleaning my brush, I had to keep wiping it off in the acetone, I had to keep applying the base coat. The base coat really helps with sticky polygels because you can kind of just glide over them without the polygel getting stuck in the brush too much. But still, don't know, I was just having a super hard time. So my clear application today wasn't the best. I just kind of wanted to cure it, and then I was thinking I would just fix the mistakes through filing, which it definitely did fix a lot of the mistakes. So when I do my nail encapsulation with clear polygel, I usually like to keep this layer kind of thin. However, since I had already kept that tip quite thin, I tend to go on with a little bit extra. And at this stage, it's really important that you check your nail from different angles, because if you, number one, don't encapsulate the nail evenly, when you go to file, you will probably end up filing away some of that transition / ombre that you did. And second of all, you don't want the nail to be too thin, and you definitely don't want the nail to be too thick. So I really like to check it from like the free edge and just look at it straight on. And It really helps to determine how much I need to file later on, or even how much polygel I need to add or remove. So that's really been helpful when it comes to my encapsulation. I know it's like a small tip, but I feel like it really helps, especially if you're like a beginner. Okay, so I was finally done with that application. It was honestly such a pain, but anyways, I went ahead to wipe away that sticky layer and I was just getting my nails ready to file. I love to hand file. I'm a hand filing kind of person. I love using a 100 grit hand file. I know some people also say that you can use an 80 grit. I've never personally used an 80 grit, but apparently it helps to get like a better shape. So I might try that out. And I like to just go on the sides and just make sure that my side walls are straight. That's the first thing I focus on. I feel like if my nail is kind of shaped how I want it, it makes it easier for me to file the surface, because then I just have to focus on the thickness and pretty much just the surface of the nail. The goal is to try and make the nail look as even as possible. So I also went in with a 180 grit nail buffer. Buffing is super important, you guys. If you don't buff your nails, you will probably see those scratches when you top coat. So make sure that you always buff your nails. So after buffing, I'm wiping away the dust. You can also go ahead and wash your hands. But now I'm just getting out all the gel polishes I need for today's nail art. I'm using a bunch of greens, yellows, and also white, just a bunch of really fun and bright pastel colors, also something to match our green theme. So I'm just basically drawing a bunch of flowers, different sizes, different kind of types, I guess. This design was inspired by Instagram. I will link the person in the description box down below. And this design was so pretty. I love that it showed like a variety of different flowers. I love that it also had a bit of glitter in here. I thought that was really cute. So I'm basically kind of changing it up slightly with the color scheme, and I decided to do green. And this was actually so easy to do and super beginner friendly as well, just because, as you can see, I'm just doing a bunch of dots and lines. That's pretty much what I'm doing to do this nail art, and it's so easy. I'm pretty sure anyone can do it. All you need is a dotting tool, preferably a nice small one, and some gels like these. This nail art, I bet I could also do with like a bunch of different color schemes. I think that would be so fun. I think an orange color scheme would be so pretty as well. I honestly don't do orange nails enough on my channel, so I think I might be doing an orange nail set next, or something yellow. I know I'm using a bit of yellow today, but like for the most part I don't really do yellow as much, so I think I'd like to try something yellow. Then I just went in with some glitter. I wasn't loving the glitter, so I just sprinkled it on top, and I thought that was really cute, so I left it as that was. And I'm basically going to repeat that to the ring finger. I kind of changed up the pattern, I kind of changed up the design a little bit, and I also used some other colors. But for the most part, I'm just showing you that this is such like a versatile nail design. You could do this all year round if you want, or you can just do it with a bunch of different colors, a bunch of different flowers. If you're more skilled with nail art, you could like get really fancy with it and just pull out your liner brushes, do all sorts of kind of 3D flowers, etc. I bet this would look so cute with 3D flowers. Unfortunately, I suck at acrylics, so I don't think I would be trying that anytime soon, but I bet that would look really, really good. So for the for the middle finger, I decided to do like a French line outline. And then I just sprinkled over some top coat. Remember, if you're keeping your nails shiny or matte, to do that part first, so that you don't have to kind of top coat over the glitter. Of course you could, but I feel like I like that sugared effect, and I'm doing something very similar to the pinky finger. And here's kind of where I changed my mind. I was initially going to do the flowers on the pinky finger as well, but then I thought this glitter is so pretty and I really want to bring out the green vibes for today, so I just ended up sprinkling the glitter all over, and I absolutely loved it. Let me know in the comments if you do like it. I hope that you do, because I definitely did, and I feel like it just kind of brought a little extra glam to the nails. So for the thumb, again, repeating that, I did just not take my own advice. I completely forgot to top coat before doing the glitter, so don't do what I did. Definitely top coat, shiny or matte, and then do your little glitter sprinkle. So after the nails were pretty much top coated, I made sure to cure that all together for about a good 60 seconds before some cuticle oil. So now I'm just going to apply a little bit of cuticle oil. This is my favorite oil from Madame Glam. It's the Elixir one. And then I'm just rubbing that in really good to top off the nail set. So here is what our nails are looking like. I love this nail design. I think it turned out super cute. I'm loving the flowers and the sugared nail. I think that's definitely one of my favorite nails. Let me know in the comments what you think. Stay tuned for the end of the video. I will show you the videos in some natural light. I love how these nails look in natural light. I think the colors just kind of stand out more. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Again, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think of this nail design. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.